of these puppets are so mentally enslaved that they think the people have to serve the government. But the so-called elites and their servile minions have a big problem. Ladies and gentlemen, they are fighting against nature itself. These nonsensicals reckon they can see everything, control everything, and make everyone conform to their own vision.
This is not an anti-vaccination movement, this is an anti-tyrannical movement. There should be medical freedom, not coercion. When there is risk, there must be choice. If you're put into a position where your family will suffer, you'll lose your job, you'll lose your mortgage, you lose everything that your great dream life is about, that's no choice. Ask from Aberdeen, Stephen Bowie, who had a rare spinal stroke and had to relearn how to walk. There's no funding, there's no compensation for these people. Ask Alex Mitchell from Glasgow, who lost his leg, the first man to receive compensation financially for these injuries that are happening. I'm not very good at public speaking, but I will say, if you go to the website www.jabinjuriesglobal, you can see there absolutely every country's injured people, and there are thousands. So see for yourself, go onto this website and share it around like wildfire. I have to say as well, we were walking through the graveyard there, possibly not the most respectful that we could have done. However, we will all be ending up somewhere in the grave if we don't stand up to this.
But what we're seeing is more and more and more, there's nothing changed as far as kings, queens, popes, or authorities. They all want to be dominant, they all want to rule and to reign and to take control of the people. So this is what we're seeing today. In fact, going back to 1215, there's a piece of document, it's called the Magna Carta. And that was because one of these kings was subjecting all of his citizens and ruling them brutally. And the barons and the people got together and they got this Magna Carta, and it basically gave rights to all men, that we all had rights, it wasn't just for kings, and they were forced to sign that. But we're always looking, what we see just now, everybody's always looking for a crisis so that they can take control again. The United Nations, listen, be very careful of them, and the governments of this world, they're all working together to bring the world to make it subject again to their dictates. So COVID-19, whether it was planned or whatever happened, they have used that as a means to what? To take control. As someone says, never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. We know Klaus Schwab and the gang and all the rest of it says we're going to use this now to subject to people again to their will. And of course, if you wanted to look at their constitution, it's like save the planet and do away with poverty and make everybody equal. I think they say something, you own nothing, but you'll have everything. I don't know how that works. If anybody believes that, then I think there must be a bit of a fool. But so we see this is the world we're living in just now. We're living in an age just now and we're very getting frustrated. But we're out here to march to suggest otherwise, that something is wrong. Like you, I realised something was wrong with the vaccines when they were forcing us and bullying us. Spoke to many people. I spoke to a carpet fitter came into my house and says, I was forced to take it or I couldn't work. And that was what the dilemma they put onto us. But people aren't realising all the negative effects of vaccines. What we're seeing now is they're trying to destroy the moral code of our nation. Whether you're religious or whether you're not religious, we had a moral code. You knew what side of the road you were on. We had a discipline in our nation. Our children, our boys were boys, and our daughters were daughters. We didn't mess about with their minds. Now we're seeing everything is being attacked by vaccines, vaccine children. And now we want to teach our children things that should never ever be taught. And we need to rise up as people of the land, and we need to rise up and say enough is enough. I've raised my voice many times in the church, outside the church, reaching out to people, but people just don't seem to want to know, or I think they don't understand what is actually happening. But the Bible is a true book, and the Bible tells us in the latter days there will be a one world government, and there will be a system in place that's going to dominate the landscape. This is why I believe we're in the last days. We're seeing these things coming to pass as we speak. And we have to do everything that we can to defend the rights of the innocent and the poor. I can see we're all, you have to excuse my voice. I was struggling for a couple of days, but I was determined to be here. Hallelujah.
That's all.
It's frightening. Some of the generation of children are so rude and so
Well, your Dutch friend will love the back of it. It's in Dutch. Did you get the back already?
Yeah, definitely.
They can't slip the net, but I cut myself free. I'm not losing yet, but I'm on my knees. I should know by now, there's no easy way. I'll get through somehow. Day by day, everyone, freedom. It's just every day, freedom. Don't throw it away, freedom. Just make sure you know. Now it all makes sense. I made up my mind. Don't sit on the fence. We're one of our kind. Everyone, freedom. It's just every day. Freedom. Don't put it away. Freedom. Don't give it up. Freedom. You know it will hurt. Ooh. Open your mind to all that's around. There you will find you're tied to the ground. Come and spread your wings. You want to be free. Everybody sing. Triumphantly, everyone. Freedom. It's just every day. Freedom. Don't throw it away. Freedom. Don't give it up. Freedom. You know it will hurt.